Good morning, everyone. I'm pleased to be interviewing Jefferson Chen, who is the founder and CEO of Advanced Intelligence Group. Hi, Jefferson. Thank you again for your time to be part of our CEO panel for our annual conference. We are extremely excited to join in your very successful Series D fundraise, which was recently completed just a couple of weeks ago. This will be our Fund 5's most recent investment. So for the benefit of our investors who are hearing about Advanced Intelligence Group for the first time, can you please give an overview of your business segments, and the geographic coverage?
Thank you, Chen, for the very kind introduction. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me today. Advanced Intelligence Group is a Singapore-based AI company focused on transforming the financial services and the retail industries in Asia. We started our journey 5 years ago, initially focused on providing machine learning AI technologies for financial institutions on risk management and fraud detection in Asia. Over time, we have expanded our business into multiple fronts, including direct-to-consumer digital lending and buy now, pay later platform, as well as a fast-growing omni-channel e-commerce ERP solution. We have grown our company significantly from 20 people now to almost 2,000 people across more than 10 different markets. We have served more than 10 million consumers, 100,000 e-commerce merchants, and 1,000 enterprise customers. We feel that we're still early in our journey, and we're excited to have Northstar as our shareholder going forward.
Thank you, Jefferson. So Advanced Intelligence Group is already 5 years old, or only 5 years old. How has it evolved from enterprise SaaS model of eKYC, credit scoring, fraud detection, to digital lending supported by AI, to Atomy buy now, pay later, and most recently to omni-channel e-commerce enabler under the brand Genie? Are there business synergies across these various business segments?
Yes, GN. There are three principles in our company: customer-centric, data-centric, and people-centric. Everything we do is about making sure our customers are happy. When we started the journey, as I mentioned, we were focused on providing fraud detection and credit scoring solutions for the financial institutions. While we partner with them, help them manage the risk, we also got to understand that they actually also need very strong support on the customer acquisition and origination. That's why we, together with some of the banks that we work with, launched consumer-facing digital lending platforms. We help them grow their business and also our own platform. And while we were serving the digital lending consumers, we also identified the strong need of buy now, pay later, because consumers want to be able to embed their financial services into the underlying retail transactions. And while we were scaling the buy now, pay later platform, we spent more time with the retailers, and then we identified the need of retailers going digital and going online. And that's why we had ERP omni-channel solution for them. So every single move that we made was about following our customers' needs and making sure we have a better and more comprehensive solutions for them. Looking ahead, I think we're again at a very early stage of serving our customers. We have a very strong internal innovation team. We use AI machine learning as the foundation. Advanced AI technology is used to support both the internal ecosystem as well as the external enterprise customers. Also, I should say, in the past few years, we're very grateful to have Northstar Capital, some of the members and colleagues from Northstar supporting our journey from the beginning. They'll help us identify business opportunities, help us navigate through regulatory landscape in the region, help us strategize on some of the key initiatives and priorities. I'm very pleased to work with our friends from Northstar Capital to grow our business another 10, 20 times in the next few years, and even more.
Thank you, Jefferson, for the kind words. And we certainly look forward to working closely with you again for the next few years. Moving to the topic of COVID that has impacted Southeast Asia in the last 18 months. How has that impacted your business? Are there positive factors coming out of COVID that will help the company?
At the very beginning of the COVID, just like every other company in the market, we also experienced the initial system shock. We saw a rise in the risk in some of the portfolio that we manage. We also saw the in terms of organizational behavior, both internally and externally, there was a lot of change as part of the COVID impact. However, we were able to quickly adjust our strategy and strategic focus, making sure we're well positioned for the COVID incubated opportunities. For example, the buy now, pay later business grew tremendously in the past 12 to 18 months because retailers were looking for partners and solutions that can help them increase sales price, drive sales conversion, help their customers smooth out the cash flows, and reduce the financial burden. We're seeing better customer quality coming from the digital lending business because a lot of these traditional offline customers, now they're online. They're coming into our platforms. Also, our omni-channel ERP solution and risk management, the fraud detection solutions for retailers and the banks are going very aggressively and serving more customers in this period. So overall, we are a beneficiary of the COVID, despite a lot of the social, economic, and health challenges they're all facing. We want to make sure our business is helping our customers and our partners. And in the post-COVID world, we think there are even more opportunities for us to capture by growing with them, dealing with the challenges together.
Got it. On the exciting topic of buy now, pay later, every fintech or tech company seems to be entering buy now, pay later or offering some sort of pay later solution to its customers and or merchants. What are your views on the market opportunity and the competitive landscape right now in Asia?
Buy now, pay later space indeed is a very hot and interesting space right now. If you think about the word buy now, pay later, there are three key components. One is buy, which is shopping. Then you have pay, is payment. Then you have later, which is credit. So really, it's an intersection of three industries: retail, payment, and financial services. So we, as a company, managed to build a team that really aggregate some of the best talents globally from these three industries. We've done a number of things that proved to be correct, at least for the past 2 years, and we're seeing some of those really paying off. The first, we are omni-channel from day one. Unlike some of the buy now, pay later players in other developed markets, they only focus on online and only move into the offline very late in their business. We started by serving both online and offline merchants from day one, because in Southeast Asia in particular, even after the recent very fast e-commerce growth, more than 80% of the retail transactions still happen offline. Two, we are regional focused with a regional presence from day one. When the global brands such as Zara, Max Spencer, Sephora, and Nike look for partners in this field in Asia, they prefer to work with one regional platform instead of doing integration with individual country level players one by one. We're the only true regional player in the region, active in 7 countries today and expanding to 10 countries by end of the year. Third, we have some of the best technologies from AI and machine learning for retail and financial institutions. For example, risk management. Managing risk in emerging markets in Asia is completely different than managing risk in the US and other developed countries. The demographics is different, the consumer behavior is different, the risk profile is different. We've had the benefit of being a fraud detection and credit scoring initially focused the business from day one. And we have the team and people who understand how to manage this kind of risk in these countries. So for example, we can have the highest approval rate for our buy now, pay later customers with the lowest risk in the market. That gives the best experience to both the merchants and the consumers. Also, we have building advanced content recommendation engine into our system. When I mentioned shopping earlier as part of the buy now, pay later keywords, discovering product, recommending, curating the best category in the product to improve the shopping experience for the consumers is critical to the success of the buy now, pay later platform also. So by combining all these different capabilities and ingredients in one place, we've been able to grow our business very fast. And we have a clear strategy to grow the GMV and revenue 10 times in the next 3 to 4 years.
Thank you. Yes, buy now, pay later is without question a huge growth opportunity in the next few years across Southeast Asia. However, there are some investor concerns as well. For example, the afterpay zero interest MDR model could be easily replicated as there seems to be little difference from product to product. And in the emerging countries like Indonesia, Philippines, or Vietnam, there could be potentially higher default rates, resulting in challenging unit economics. Could you share how you plan to grow your business in a differentiated manner and at the same time grow fast with positive unit economics?
Yes, by no means, buy now, pay later in Southeast Asia is an easy business to do, which is why we believe we have an edge. First of all, it's about the strategy. This comes down to which country, which category to start with, to scale, and to focus on in phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a pretty clear plan when it comes to portfolio management. For example, we focus on fashion and beauty categories in our core portfolio. We are not rushing to do electronics and some other categories with higher risk performance. We acquire customers from the low risk categories, and then we cross-sell them into the other higher risk product categories. This helps us get the best customers in the portfolio and manage a risk at the portfolio level that's much better than some of the other competitors we know in the market. Second, we really spend a lot of resources developing product recommendation engine in our platform. Because when we want to attract the best customers from the market, we need to be able to give them the best shopping experience. They come here not to borrow money, but they come here to look for the best product they like the most, and they're able to match the cash flow and the consumption pattern on our platform. When you think about the buy now, pay later business, why is it so exciting? Because fundamentally, you can match the individual consumption behavior, the cash flows, the risk profile on the individual transaction level. This is very different from the traditional e-commerce business. Amazon, Alibaba, all these different platforms, they give one single price to all the consumers without any price discrimination. However, in the buy now, pay later space, through the MDR or merchant discount rate and other mechanisms, fundamentally, we can shift in economics between each individual merchant and individual consumer at the transaction level. That can only be done with the empowerment of AI and big data. And that is the blood of our company. By doing this, essentially, we're creating a new dimension of supply and demand curve that fundamentally drives better economics, better conversion rates, and better efficiency in the entire commerce ecosystem. Lastly, we have the digital lending business as part of our portfolio that generates a significant cash flow and profitability. Also, give us additional enhancement on the risk management capabilities. By combining these different segments, different techniques in one place, we're able to use multiple monetization engines to drive the growth of our ecosystem. And in the end, we give the most back to our consumers and the merchants so that they stick with us and generate the high long-term lifetime value for everyone. So that's, I would say, the three key strategies that we've undertaken. We've seen the benefits, and we'll continue to execute on that front.
Lastly, with a very successful Series D fundraise completed, what are your near-term priorities and medium-term targets?
We feel very grateful to have some of the best global private equity and technology investors joining our round to support our growth. Once again, I mentioned we are very early in our journey. We have a very ambitious growth plan in the next 5 to 10 years. The very near-term objective is to invest in our product, increase the stickiness for our customers, get the best talents to build up the full product suite that we have in our pipeline, and make sure we win. We can scale according to our plan and identify new opportunities ahead of us. In the medium to long term, I felt innovation is the most important thing. Southeast Asia, or Asia in general, is very unique. It's a fragmented market with different demographics and different challenges in different countries. We have built up a system and organization that is flexible in this setup and also is very, very good at doing innovations. We will continue to invest heavily into R&D, continue to hire the best talents globally, and then we'll let these talents identify the best growing opportunities for us and for our partners going forward. I believe the next 10 years is super exciting ahead of us. Financial services and retail industries are two of the most exciting and largest industries in our daily lives. And our vision is to advance with intelligence for better life. With this fundraising done, we will continue to grow as fast as we can and get further to our long-term vision. Thank you.
Thank you, Jefferson, for sharing about your business and your growth plans. We are extremely excited to partner and support you and your team as you continue building the business into Southeast Asia's largest fintech powered by AI. Thank you, Jefferson.
Thank you, Chen. Thank you, Northstar, for the strong support. Thank you.